Hello YouTubers, today's video is a look at the Mr. Heater Buddyflex and cooker accessory. I was originally going to do this video on just the heater. However, later on I bought the accessory and decided to tie it all in with it. The Buddyflex can use a 1 pound container of propane. I currently use a 5 pound container with the stainless steel hose and the adapter. You can also use a 20 pound or even a 30 pound if need be. Just like on the little buddy and the buddy heaters, you can put your 5 pound or 1 pound container right on the mount on the back, and it folds down. Or else you can mount the other connection to your 5 pound or your tank the same way. This particular heater also has a storage compartment and a connection where you can run an external hot plate or whatever. It does have a matching unit that mounts on the bottom of this particular heater, and it can all be carried with the one handle. The complaints that I've heard on it, as far as a lot of my research, is that with the hot plate or the burner combined with the heater, even though they connect together, they're very heavy. It's a lot more heavier than what you really want for camping. And it's also kind of cumbersome. It does have a nice handle. And then it's got mounting points on the top and the bottom for your accessories. The controls are on the back of the unit. And what I find difficult with it, and this is kind of a common thing, is that it starts up relatively hard. To start it, you have to push it down and turn it and press your electronic igniter at the same time. And sometimes it just doesn't start right away. Also, if you're going to use the bottom burner, that's what, then you have the accessory and you do the same thing. Push it down, press your igniter, so when the front flame comes on or the pilot light comes on, then you can go ahead and turn it on to accessory. Double check your instructions, if you do get that bottom burner. Your electronic start or spark ignition is going to be on this button here. Again, it's kind of awkward because your burner is on the front and it does heat on 3 sides. But to start it, you have to reach back, push down, and press the button at the same time. I just find that a little bit on the awkward side. It can be used inside or out, even though the instructions advises against it. I do use this in my bathroom because my bathroom is large, but it's unheated, and it gets rather cold, during the January, February months, as well as December. And so anyway, I do like this added heat source to kind of warm it up before I take my showers. At this point, I do like this as an added heat source, but you have to use extra caution. Other than like the Mr. Buddy or the little buddy or buddy heaters, this has got heat from all 3 sides. And this is more like a wick rather than a ceramic type of a surface or heating surface. And it does generate heat, so you have to be careful on not only the front but on the sides to make sure it's not too close to a flammable source. So that's one thing that I'm not real fond of. It does seem to put out a lot more heat than the Mr. Buddy heaters, but
I don't find as much control with the Buddyflex as I do with the Mr. Buddy heaters. So your choice. I'm not going to say it's a great one. I'm not going to say it's a good, it's a bad one. I just think there's some better options out there. And if I was to do it again, I would probably go back and purchase one of the Buddy heaters rather than the Buddyflex. I'm just not totally sold on this. That's just my own personal review. I've only used it for about a month or so, and if there anything changes, I'll certainly let you know. If you have any thoughts on it, please leave your comments below. If you like this video, make sure you put a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me know as well. I really want to find out what your thoughts are. This is a supplement to the review that I did on the Mr. Heater Buddyflex. When I first bought this is all I got. And I put on a canister. This is just empty, but I wanted to show you what it looked like. And so I'm not going to be turning this on, but it does work. There's plenty of other videos out there that shows you how to start it and how it works together. However, I was in Tractor Supply and I saw this on clearance. This normally runs about $79.99 on Amazon, and that's where I got the Buddyflex. The cooker was marked at $69.99. I thought, oh, that's a pretty good deal. After I got it up to the register, I got it for $44.99. So I got one terrific deal on it. The main reason I got it is, one, it completed the complete setup. Two, if for some reason I lose power here at my home, which is all electric, including my stove, I would have a source of heat to cook on. The other thing is I kind of like the idea of the whole thing, and even though it's a little bit heavy, if you're going to go out camping, as an external source or additional source, if you're in a camper of some sort, like a camper trailer, this might be a good combination to have. I could also use this outside. There is a hack that shows how to connect this directly to a 5, 20, or 30 pound tank. But as for right now, the way it connects is simply, there's a hose here on the bottom. It is a little on the short side, but, and then you have your access door here on your heater. That's just a quick disconnect on it. And just for sake of ease, to show you how our demonstration, to start it, what you have to do is turn this over to the accessory side, push it down, press your igniter, and when your pilot light comes on, go ahead and turn it all the way up. Your heat source is not going to generate any heat at all. Once that is set up, then you do the same thing with this. You press this, and then that will start up your burner. Again, you won't have any heat coming out of your heater because this is going to cut it off. All this does is to turn on the gas to go from this unit to this, and why it starts the pilot, I have no idea. But what happens is your fuel will go through, and then this will light up, and then you can go ahead and cook on it. It does look like it's got a pretty durable griddle on it, or rack for it, whatever you want to call it. Same type of filament on the inside for your burner. It doesn't have the ceramic. Then to shut it off, simply do this, the reverse, just turn it off like you would normally on this, and then you would turn this back to the off position. To disconnect it, again, quick disconnect. And then for storage, the hose has a little track that just simply mounts into. Now to transport it, all you have to do, and this is a little cumbersome, and I apologize because I haven't been doing this too long with this, but this sits on top. You turn it, and you're going to see you've got a couple of bars here in the bottom. This comes out. Again, this is a little awkward, but that snaps on one side. Turn it around, and you do the same thing on this other side. And there you go. And that's the way it sits. Again, with both the units, your controls on the back. And just as much as I've been using this over the past few weeks, I do not like this on the back. I would rather have the control on the front. It does generate a lot of heat. You do have to be careful on all three sides because you have 180 degrees there. And so far, everybody I've talked to and every review I've seen, they don't have any idea what that door is for, that storage is for. Your guess is as good as mine. For the price, it's a pretty good deal. Practicality, I give it like a so-so. This kind of tall, it is kind of bulky. I would say it weighs between the weight of your little buddy and your regular Mr. Buddy heater. Practicality, I like the burner for the simple fact that I can use it when I'm outside camping, or if I lose power in my home, I can still cook with it. So make your own decision on it. If you can find a deal like I found on mine, as far as the lower unit, that makes it a little bit more practical, a lot easier to spend the money for it, because it was a lot cheaper. If you have any ideas, reviews, or thoughts about it, just make a comment down below. I appreciate it.
I hope you enjoyed this look at the Buddyflex heater and the Buddyflex cooker attachment. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And most of all, thanks for watching.